Entrepreneur and investor Felix Roemer saw the market before most of us saw the map. How one man went from trading swords in RuneScape to rewriting the rules of modern investing by embedding himself inside every venture he touches. Felix Roemer is not the kind of investor who waits on the sidelines for results. He is the kind who rolls up his sleeves, asks the hardest questions in the room, and digs until he finds the lever that will make the entire machine move faster. That clarity has made him one of the most distinctive thinkers in the world of high-stakes investing, AI integration, and business turnaround strategy. "I'm a lifelong strategist of systems, data, and deals," Roemer shared when we sat down for a recent interview on his life and career. "I don't just back companies, I embed myself in them. From navigating in-game economies in my teens to restructuring multi-million-dollar financial assets, I've built a career around spotting inefficiencies and turning them into opportunities." Now in his early 30s, Felix Roemer carries impressive titles, but none of them quite capture the engine inside him. He is a systems builder, a momentum creator, a decision maker who does not invest in trends. He dissects them, retools them, and creates long-term value in places most people miss. Roemer's career path into business did not begin with venture capital or private equity. It began with a video game. "I've been curious about business for as long as I can remember," he said. "But things really clicked when I started playing RuneScape. The in-game economy was massive, vibrant, and I saw an opportunity to map that activity. I built software to track real-time item values based on supply and demand. That was my first exposure to how markets work, and it laid the foundation for everything I've done since." In other words, before Roemer was moving capital in real-world deals, he was moving digital currency with the same foresight and imagination. While others played for entertainment, Roemer played to understand. The economy inside RuneScape, he says, became his first true teacher. Felix Roemer is the embedded investor. Roemer does not believe in passive investing. He does not drop in with a check and expect a return. He builds from within. He's passionate about getting in the trenches with others to help them. "I start by looking at where I can actively create value, not just park capital," he said. "I'm not interested in passive investing. I want to embed myself, understand the mechanics, and improve the system from within. Before making a move, I look at the quality of the team, the incentives in place, and whether there's a clear inefficiency I can help solve. If I can't see how to make the wheel spin faster, I don't get involved." This philosophy has guided his investments across sports science, finance, fintech, and restructuring companies. One of his proudest collaborations is with Short Circuit Science, a company using AI and computer vision to enhance performance and recovery in professional soccer. Roemer's role went far beyond strategy. He helped build how data was captured, processed, and translated into insights athletes and coaches could use. "I look for ventures where there's clear leverage and where my involvement can directly improve outcomes," he said. "If I can't see a path to making the system more efficient or the product more valuable, I pass. It also has to align with my values and long-term vision. I don't chase noise." Leadership, redefined as his influence and reach grew, so did his approach to leadership. Roemer admits that in the early years, he tried to do too much alone. "My leadership style has become simpler over time," he said. "Early on, I thought I had to do everything myself. Now I focus on clarity and hiring people who are better than me in their area." A successful leader doesn't micromanage, they create direction, remove roadblocks, and set the standard by how they operate. That simplicity has become a strength. He believes good leadership is less about control and more about momentum. He sets the tone by how he works, what he prioritizes, and how he responds to obstacles. His presence in a company often means there will be more clarity, sharper systems, and better decisions. Roemer. Long term, I'm focused on building things that outlast me. Roemer's approach to entrepreneurship is rooted in realism and responsibility. He does not chase hype. He solves problems. "Entrepreneurship, to me, is about solving real problems in a way that creates lasting value," he said. "It's not about hype or quick wins. My advice to anyone starting out is, stay curious, stay humble, and focus on learning faster than everyone else. Don't be afraid to build small things first. Also, surround yourself with people you can grow with." He is not interested in being everywhere. He is interested in going deep. "Long term, I'm focused on building things that outlast me," Felix Roemer said. "I see my ventures evolving toward deeper integration with AI, data, and most importantly, products that the world can benefit from. I'm not interested in playing small or chasing trends. I want to keep pushing the edge of what's possible, while helping the next generation of operators do the same. That is why, even with all he has achieved, Roemer is not finished building. He is still tracking inefficiencies, still embedding himself, still designing systems that can stand on their own. And through it all, he has never lost sight of where real value hides. It is rarely found in the spotlight. It shows up in places most people overlook, like the economy inside a video game or the subtle signals that reveal how an athlete is actually recovering. Sometimes it lives in the quiet gap between a company that is stuck and the breakthrough it has not reached yet. Roemer sees that space clearly. And that is where he does his best work. Felix Roemer lives in that space. And that is exactly where he does his best work. My specialty lies at the intersection of opportunity and data, mutual funds, distressed assets, sports analytics, and AI models, Roemer shared. With every project, I begin by identifying the core problem, outlining a measurable path to success, and building a team capable of executing at a high level.